Mr Ploddy's plodcast.
Hello everybody, I'm Mr Ploddy. Oh look, I've made a poem. That was clever of me, wasn't it? Haha. Well, they calls me Mr Ploddy because I likes plodding about. Well, you might think, what's so interesting about that? Well, I'll have you know that there's more to plodding than meets the eye or foot, see? For example, yesterday I plodded down to my local pub, the Plod Inn, for a pint of Scrotton's old dirigible. "Hello everybody," I said when I plodded into the bar. "Hello Mr Ploddy," they said, and we all had a good laugh. I've got great plans for this plodcast I have. This is plodcast number 1, and after that I will do plodcast number 2. After that I will either do plodcast number 3 or maybe number 4, you never know. As my son Mr Ooar sometimes says, well actually I probably shouldn't repeat anything he says. It was his birthday last week and I asked him what he wanted for his birthday present, and you know what he said? Well, probably you don't know because you wasn't there, see, so let me tell you. He said, "Mr Ploddy, for my birthday I would like a marital aid." Well, I had no idea what he was talking about, and he's not even married, although he is on very good terms with most of the women in the village. In the end, I got him a set of earplugs, which I found extremely useful when I was still married to Mrs Ploddy. She left me though one day. She just upped and plodded off. To this day I really don't know why. Mr Ooar says it's probably because she couldn't handle the excitement of living with me, and maybe he's right. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, I have some friends that drink in the Plod Inn. For example, there is Paddy O'Rourke. He comes from Ireland, and there's Magic Baturks. He's a funny character, Magic Baturks. He don't say much. He just stands in his favourite corner drinking peanut butter spritzers, and occasionally he will pass wind and then say, "I'm Magic Baturks," and that's about all anyone has ever heard him say. And then of course there's Mr Toothy. He's usually quite talkative. In fact, I've just had an idea. Maybe for plodcast number 2 I could go on location to the Plod Inn, or maybe I could do a plodcast from this year's plodding convention. Plodding convention? Oh yes, there's a plodding convention every year. Last year I gave a seminar all about the plodding dance. 1, 2, 3, plod. 1, 2, 3, plod, you see? Oh, probably you don't see, 'cause this is a plodcast and I haven't got no camera. Well, I'll tell you how to do it. You starts off with your feet together, and then you steps forward with your right foot. I suppose you could step forward with your left foot, or indeed any other foot, but for the sake of argument, let's start with the right foot. Then you've got your right leg forward and your left leg back. In that position, you bend your knees a bit 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then you move your back foot, in this case your right foot, forward, like you was taking a step, which actually is precisely what you are doing, and that's the plod. Then with your right foot forward, you bend your knees and bounces a bit 3 times, and then you move your left leg forward. You can do this all in a line, like a line dance, but we just did the plodding dance all in random directions, and even though I forgot my tape recorder, everyone said it was the best seminar in the whole convention. Well, not everyone. I have a plodding nemesis called Plodsworthy. He's a nasty piece of work, old Plodsworthy, and he don't know nothing about plodding. You know what he spoke about in the plodding convention? Backwards plodding. Backwards plodding indeed. I've never heard anything so stupid in all my born days. I should like to kick him in the plods, I should, especially after he booed during my demonstration of the plodding dance. One of the things I would like to do, maybe for another plodcast, is to write a song about plodding. That would be good, wouldn't it? I'm quite good at singing too.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun.
Yes, I will try and write a song about plodding. Mr Ooar has got a ukulele and maybe he will accompany me. I expect there is other interesting stuff about plodding I could plodcast about. One time I was given a plodding course, and there was a lady there called Doris, and she was getting all suggestible, she was. I've never plodded so fast in all my born days. I suppose I could say a thing or two about the history of plodding. For example, some historians now think that the Magna Carta was nothing to do with King John III and was actually a document about plodding. Also, evidence is just emerging that the book we know as the Odyssey by Homer was originally intended to be called the Plodacy, and Odysseus did not spend 10 years adventuring his way back from the Trojan Wars, but that's just how long it took him to plod his way home. Well, I think that just about wraps it up for this episode. I hope you will all subscribe so you won't miss the next exciting episode of
Mr Ploddy's Plodcast.